Hey, yo, peace, it's God Rockin', man. You tune into the Hip Hop Junkie Radio Show. Make sure you tune in to see what's going on, you heard? Peace and love.
Hey, yo, check this out. This DJ Evil D. Right about now, y'all chilling with the Hip Hop Junkies Radio Show. Understand the flavor. It's a cool time. Chicka chicka chee.
Production.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with a legend. She is a beautiful Digga. Welcome to the Hip Hop Junkie Radio Show.
Thank you, thank you. Peace to the gods and the earths.
Wow, you definitely look like $1 million too.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
All right.
Had to put on for my city, no.
I specifically want to talk to you about one of my favorite songs from you. You came out of real hardcore. It's called Tight, okay? And then the video, it was like ultra sexy. Whose idea was for all this?
Well, a woman by the name of Nzinga Stewart directed that video. Who prior to that, she was interning for she was interning for damn, who was she interning for? Who's the big big dog producer video director at that time? Hype Williams, yeah, that's right. I'm about to say Hype Williams, yeah. She was interning for Hype Williams, and this was like her first video on her own. She was branching out on her own. Like, I had sat down with X, I sat down with all these different powerhouse directors, and she told me her story. Like, you know, it's been so hard. I'm a female trying to do this. I said, you know what? She got the job. Before I even read the treatment, I was like, she got the job. So, shouts out to her.
Yeah, I was really surprised because I thought you was going to come out on some B-boy, but it was far from that. You was very sexy.
Well, I mean, you know, I think people, sometimes I like to go left, especially with, like, you know, you don't want to do the expected. Like, sometimes when you do the expected, it almost gets kind of boring. Like, everybody expected Tight to be like, yeah, all my homeboys in the video, we're on the corner, we got graffiti behind us. Like, that's not really the winning imagery for females. So, you know, that was like a nice little cool Spider-Woman meets goth MC chick or something. But, you know, I took a chance on it, gambled on it, and it probably didn't connect with, you know, with some people like the hip hop purists. But what it did show everybody was that, yo, Digga look good. So, you know, it took someone with a very, you know, unfeminine voice and made them look as feminine as possible. So, shouts out to Nzinga.
All right, how do you feel about the artist who starts rapping today but knows nothing about the history?
Well, I mean, you can't fault them. They, you know, they can only, you know, they can only know what they're being taught. That's why I teach hip hop education. Like, I kind of feel that it's mandatory. You know, it's almost obligatory for artists to know these things. But we're in a time now where a lot of veterans and you know, the OGs that came up in my era, they trying to make music to relate to them, and it's like, oh, the culture gonna be lost if we keep doing that. Like, we need someone still to, like, give them that you must learn, to give them that, you know, that initiative to do the research and know the ledge. So I'm one of those artists that no matter what, you know, whatever trends going on in music, I don't conform. Like, I stick to the type of music that I make. I rock to my demographic, and I still, you know, and I still got bars. So, you know, the young folks,
love the tea.
Thank you. You know, the younger generation, they might not necessarily, like, relate to it sonically, but they hear the bars. Like, they definitely connect. Like, I have a nice audience within, you know. Yeah, and then that happened.
So you're conducting hip-hop workshops or actual classes that you can take out of college?
Actual classes. Well, they are college reared classes, but right now I get funding from the city, and I do them for the city of Newark. And actually, starting January, I'll be expanding to Bergen County. But it's a program that I devised for Essex County. It was my, you know, it was my way of kind of luring the kids off the streets. It started out with the kids who weren't in college or going to, you know, doing any kind of schooling. So it started with them. then you had the kids in school that said, hey, we pay attention. Why can't we be on the action? So then I had to create after school classes. Then I had to create weekend classes. And now I've got like suburban kids in other counties wanting to, partake in the culture. So it's something for everybody. But I definitely think, it's a history. And like the kids got to go to school and learn that Christopher Columbus allegedly discovered America. They coming to my class to learn that Kool Herc discovered hip hop. And that's how we doing it.
That is so dope. Now, I'm not sure about this, so I'm asking, then you could take it from there. Flip Mode, did y'all break up or not?
I'm going to say we grew apart. Because there was never an official conversation like Flip Mode is over, but everybody pretty much went their own way. I mean, I gave my walking papers. I did the official, I'm out of here, but it wasn't, it didn't come from like a place of malice or beef. Like, it was definitely an amicable split. I just felt like I was moving lateral. I didn't feel like I was making any real progression. It just gotten to a point where it ran its course for me. So I wanted to do more independent things. I definitely wanted to take a little breather from the music and focus on my daughter. At the time, she was entering her tween years. So I wanted to be more hands-on for her and the family. So that was pretty much my, my distancing myself from them. But it wasn't beef.
Last question. Africa Bambaataa want to implement retirement into hip-hop. What are your thoughts?
I think it needs to happen. And all of their time to this and unfortunately at the end of the day a lot of them end up with nothing and penniless and health issues and no insurance. And I feel like there should be some sort of like system or plan devised where just like any other job, we pay dues, there's a union. I mean, they do have SAG and ASCAP for things like that, but I don't think a lot of the artists are really like prepared for the long haul. They start getting money, they get a bunch of money real fast and they blow through it thinking it's gonna last forever, or they make all the wrong investments, spend money on everything in the world that depreciates in value, and then they got these thug and recovery managers that that make the situation even worse. So it's definitely something that should be explored, and I hope it happens. I was fortunate because I had a family that kept me grounded and reminded me that no matter how much money I made, I was from Brick City, New Jersey, and there ain't no escaping your roots. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they get trapped. They become prisoners of their own fame, and they don't know how to like readapt in society and become normal people again. And it hurts a lot of them.
One person disagreed, and he surprised me. Rakim told me he would rap until he's like 60 or 70.
Well, I feel the same way, cause me honestly, like I feel like I got bars for eternity. Like, until someone tells me like, yo, Ryan, them bars is getting a little shaky. Until somebody whispers that in my ear, I'ma keep going.
And I heard you on what was the name? Was this we're from New Jersey? New Jersey, but I'm Weirdo.
Oh yeah, yep.
What's the appropriate title?
Hey, Split Steve.
What you about, son? With the queen right here, son. What's poppin', son?
Look, you never know who's gonna pop up in Brick City.
I think I love you.
I love you more, brother.
Baby, Okay, I just want you to know that. I'm out.
Wait, don't leave yet. Okay.
So yeah, what was the name of the song with you and Weirdo and Do It All? And
that was a fellow Jersey artist that reached out to me, and I like, one thing about me, I like to collaborate with new artists. It definitely, gives them the inspiration and the hope and anything that I could, like, I ain't stingy with it. I love the competition. I love passing the torch to new artists, and I hope that, I hope the song does well for them. I mean, I do a gazillion collaborations. I don't know the status of that particular record right now, but definitely just the fact that you know, there were so many esteemed Jersey artists on it. Like once he told me Do It All was on it, Trench was on, I was like, that was a no-brainer. That's like, you know, that's like the Jersey Hip Hop Council right there. So.
That says was the last question, but this is a real last question for real. Nicki Minaj and a couple of other women, how do you feel about them? And I'm only asking because of how you was, like you was hard and rough with it. You weren't selling sex, you know, so I mean, what is your opinion on that?
I mean, I feel like selling sex has been around from the beginning of time. I mean, you know, Lil' Kim kind of ushered it as far as like the female rappers doing it. So, you know, unfortunately, there are not too many like mainstream entities that are going to put another MC Light on a pedestal before they put another, you know, Lil' Kim on a pedestal. And I think it's, you know, females gotta understand that is, you know, that is the fight they fighting right now, and only the strong and the disciplined are gonna be able to like really, you know, stick to themselves and really punch through it. I did it. You know, I've been doing this since the 90s. Like I ain't switching it up, and I'm living proof that at the end of the day, bars conquers all. So. When the looks is gone, when the money gone, when the entourage is gone, when the crib is gone, if you got them bars on deck, you're gonna be all right. It's when you don't have them bars on deck, you have a problem. All that other stuff don't even matter. You could be on top of the world with #1 albums, and them bars ain't right, you in trouble. We ain't gotta say no names, but you already know.
Yes, they know. And thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate you doing this interview.
Thank you for having me. I'm a hip-hop junkie all day. Digga, Dirty Harriet, Brick City, you heard?
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Rod Digga, yeah.
Yeah.
Hands in the CRS.